I have 3 in a row, as it turns
That's
out.
okay.
Okay.
Later on, I'll have more.
Okay. I'm going to read one of my favorite little pieces of Shakespeare, which I've read on many occasions. Memorial. It's absolutely the most beautiful eulogy poem I know. Fear no more the heat of the sun. It says a lot about Shakespeare that his most tender and beautiful meditation on death and finding ease and rest and peace in death, it takes place in Act 4 of Cymbeline. 2 brothers speak this poem over the body of a dead person whom they believe to be their beloved brother Fidele. In fact, it's not Fidele, it's a woman. They don't know that she's dressed as a man. And I believe she's also beheaded. I mean, it's something so complicated. So it's nothing but a great big joke. And it's almost...
she's not really dead.
She's not dead. I guess she's lying next to another. Cloten is there with his head severed. It's just a crazy moment. It's an absolutely crazy moment. And the joke is on these 2 guys, and yet they speak this beautiful, beautiful eulogy. Fear no more the heat of the sun, nor the furious winter's rages. Thou thy worldly task hast done, home art gone, and ta'en thy wages. Golden lads and girls all must, as chimney sweepers, come to dust. Fear no more the frown of the great, thou art past the tyrant's stroke. Care no more to clothe and eat, to thee the reed is as the oak. The scepter, learning, physic must all follow this, and come to dust. Fear no more the lightning flash, nor the all-dreaded thunderstone. Fear not slander, censure rash. Thou hast finished joy and moan. All lovers young, all lovers must consign to thee and come to dust. No exorciser harm thee, nor no witchcraft charm thee. Ghost unlaid forbear thee, nothing ill come near thee. Quiet consummation have, and renowned be thy grave.
Well, actually, we could segue. Maybe we should each take a left turn. What do you think?
Yeah,
do
that's
this
a good idea.
I was thinking that at David's funeral, at my late husband's funeral, John recited. Someone recited, actually, Fear no more the heat of the sun, but you remember you recited Let Me Play the Lion too?
Yes.
Which I love. Seems so perfect for an acting omnivore like John, and my husband is like that too. You know, just this desire to play all the roles. Maybe you'll recite it at some point this evening later. We're going to, again, actually, Fear no more the heat of the sun is a good lead into the poems that we're going to now read, which are from Sparrow, which is a book that I wrote, a book of poems after my husband died, and I thought I would probably never write again because you go through a period where you think, you know, nothing makes sense. And then these poems came to me pretty much all as a group, and I wanted to make, I hoped, and even though I had little control of them, I didn't want them to just be autobiographical elegies, but meditations on acting and poetry as well. So if they work at all, they work in that aspect. So John is going, I think that's all I'll say. There's going to be a little bit more about, to introduce the poems, but for now maybe we'll just start out with a poem called Actor, and this is from the point of view of the spousal unit of an actor. A wife of an actor speaks this.
This is, I absolutely love these poems because they are so charged with what it means to be an actor, the sort of inanity of it, and how difficult it is to have a relationship with an actor. My wife loves these poems too. Actor. You gave me up. I'm going to start again because I've misread the very first line. My apologies. I want to do it justice, Carol.
Thank you.
Actor. You give me up. You go away. You walk on a stage and are remade. I long for you, but you have a strophic relationship to longing. You move so gracefully between what the author intended, what the audience requires. Perfect messenger. You want nothing. You never wanted more than that annunciatory light on your face. The words learned by heart so that the body could make every human intention inviolable. All is revelation in that world. How could I have ever competed with such implacable possession of gesture? When you crossed under the arc of the proscenium, you were already dead to me, yet more alive than ever. You turned back once to look at me over your shoulder, opening the stage door. Not yet made up, but already a stranger. A hawk staring out of your face.
That was beautiful. This is called The Machine. David had a recurring dream that he told me about of simply this, the machine that would come back night after night. The machine. Night after night when he was young, he told me he dreamed the same dream. It was not a simple dream, the machine. At first it half coalesced as a drill press or a lathe, a thing that controlled the direction of force to alter shape. Parts turned, ratchets, gears, bearings. The machine in his troubled sleep was a series of perfectible gestures in the spirit of the camshaft, a projection on a rotating parts shaped to engender motion, but was not erotic exactly. The machine was a point at which the lever is placed to gain purchase, the means by which influence is brought to bear, the chime of iron against iron in a black rack, power against resistance. What was its purpose as he perfected it each night? Not to assemble or sort or tattoo patterns on metal. It shimmered, 1,000 lit pins, a system, a series of moving parts that would never still, synchronous. What would it replace? The erratic, manufactured as a strap, a father lashing a son into a place of dark stasis. Standing up to audition, he had the words at last. He'd gotten his mind around the mechanism, the facets, the repetitive force of illusion, the jeweled speeches kept in memory as he hammered the boards of the stage, hauled flats, swung one-handed from the flies to set lights. I don't think you could do that. Sometimes a person wakes up, sees he's meant for another life, the snap clasp of the theater trunk, high voltage moving spot, commoner, lord, poet, the armored breastplate. Sometimes he looks in the mirror and sees no self but the invention, fathomable, fashioned, the shapes of art, all makeable, as in the machine, his machine, the machine that made him.